Hey everybody, Rose Matter here, and welcome to my reaction and discussion for episodes 3 and 4 of the Made in Abyss anime. So I started this series last week, and so far I am very much enjoying it. It's very beautiful, has kind of like a cutesy art style, and it tells the story of an orphanage with a bunch of children who explore this place called the Abyss, and they want to become, is it cave dwellers? I can't remember what the term is for it, but they have to try and find relics and artifacts and things like that. And we're focusing on a girl, her name is Riko, and she wants to become, I believe it's a white whistle, which is like the highest of the cave raiders. And like her mother, who she is implied to have died while raiding the abyss, but there's no like for sure thing that her mother is dead. And she comes across this robot boy that she named Reg, and the two of them are going to try and go into the depths of the abyss to try and find out more about what happened to Riko's mother. So that is the setup so far, as like the relationship, the friendship between this girl and the robot. But there is a lot of like implications about the horrible things that could happen as you go down further into the abyss. You can come across monsters, you can get sick, you can die. And everybody has told me, oh my gosh, reading the comments, everybody was like, you're not ready for this. This is going to be really sad. It's going to get really messed up. That just makes me more excited to watch more and see just how messed up this can be. So without further ado, let's watch episodes 3 and 4, and I will tell you guys my thoughts afterwards. What I like about this show is it just, boom, just starts right away. So she wants to explore further down into the depths because she's only allowed to go a certain depth. And what is, she's like 12 years old and she's going to be going down into like this really dangerous place. 12 years old, but she looks like she's 8. I wonder if it's just going to be her and Reg going down. I doubt these guys are going to go down too. Oh, they're such children. Literally are. Reg's so cute. I wonder if that note was specifically for Riko, like for the mother to say like I'll be waiting at the bottom knowing how dangerous it is. I was always like, I feel like, especially because like it showed in the last episode that the mother like gave up this like really valuable relic or an artifact, I believe, in order to make sure that her daughter was safe coming up from the abyss. So for her to say like I'll be waiting for you down there, it's just like I feel like that's just inviting her to like potentially go down to her depths, like, or to her death, I guess. And then it was also implied that like the mother found Reg because there were like drawings of him, but that was the thing. Reg doesn't have any memories of anything. Like he just was at the, like up at the surface level. So I'm like, how did he make his way up there? Did he do that on his own? Because like the mother's been missing for 12 years. A lot of questions from the first couple of episodes. And then they also talked about how Riko, she has something like wrong with her because she was born in the abyss, and that's why she has to wear those glasses. I wonder if like already we're gonna like the 3rd or 4th episode, she's already gonna be descending down. Oh wow. Alright, so this is like the preview of what she could encounter I like that. Like, this really does feel like it's kind of an RPG. Like, the further down you go, the more dangerous enemies you come across. And that's Reg. Oh, it was watching her. Now, that might not be Reg. Maybe there's another robot down there who is like Reg, but a hollow. Interesting. Was like, have they brought up what a hollow is? The whole thing about how, like, he was watching her. But he doesn't have any memories of that. So he's, like, come across Riko's mother before, but he doesn't remember that. That looks like basically like an ancient stress ball. He's like, this is my stress ball now. He's like, these are my new favorite things. Is this episode just going to be him finding squishy stuff? I want them to go into the abyss. Oh. Well, you know what? I guess once they go into the abyss, it's going to get really dark really fast, so they have to, like, have some light comedic moments. It'll be interesting to see, like, finding out what Reg's backstory is. Like, who made him? How did he become a robot? Does Reg, he's like, I don't know what my birthday is. Does he even have a birthday if he's a robot? Well, yep, I doubt he's gonna be going down. Or maybe he will decide to, like, go down to, you know, support Riko and then he'll end up dying or something. I guess maybe that's the reason why people said, like, this might be, like, more intense and more upsetting than other stuff I've watched, is because we're dealing with, like, children here. So children death is never good. Oh. Wait, he got the Curse of the Abyss? They did say what? They said, like, at level 3 you could start, like, feeling sick. Poor kids. Because it's just, like, implied that the orphanage is, like, all their parents probably died going down into this thing, and then they have to do it too. I feel bad for Ned. Like he's really like he's trying to protect his friend, and nobody's listening to him. Everybody else seems to be on board with it. And he's the only one who's like, why am I the only one who seems to be against this? Yeah, it definitely would be a good ally to have. But still, she is a child going against these like huge monsters they're going to encounter. Gross. I mean, he was able to come up from the depths somehow, so he could probably go down. And he probably wouldn't be affected by any of that stuff if he's not human. He wouldn't be affected by the curse. Damn, that's really detailed, actually. I like this. I like that they're kind of laying out exactly like what they're going to encounter with each layer. So after that, they're on their own. That's right, they talked about the inverted. That will be a cool place to see. I like this. It like gives you a kind of foreshadowing of what is going to happen. Mm, pleasant. Even more unpleasant. So if she's able to actually come back from this, I'm assuming that they'd bump her up to a white whistle automatically. That's the thing. Will she be able to come back? I mean, I hate to say it, but like I think that's probably what everybody and the adults probably think too. I don't think that they would think she's alive at this point. 10 years being down there and surviving? But I mean, she probably deep down doesn't expect to actually find her mother alive, but she at least wants, answers about more information about her mom. So it's actually happening. We're doing this quickly. I'm happy about that. I bet he's probably gonna find her right before she goes to apologize. I was gonna say, if he was really against her going, wouldn't he, like, the best thing to do would be to rat her out to, like, the adults and tell them what she's planning on doing so they can keep an eye on her. This guy can't this guy can't wait to get rid of them, apparently. He looks like a little mage. It's pretty cute. Wait, he's going too? I guess maybe just to send them off? I doubt he's gonna go with. He's so cute. I don't know. There was that thing that Nat was saying about, like, if you look at your reflection on your birthday. Yeah. So adorable. Uh-oh. Lovely. What? You're not allowed, like, do you just not poop at night? Is like, he's like, pooping is a daytime thing only. I don't know. I don't have a read on that guy. I don't know what to think about him. Okay, well, we won't make it, maybe we won't make it to the abyss in this episode. Maybe the next one they'll start their descent? Hey, now, come on. Let him apologize. She's so angrily saying, I forgive you. Fuck you. I was thinking that because they showed, like, those balloons. I'm just like, if you just had a balloon that maybe you could just bring with you and just take that to the surface. I'm sure it's more complicated than that. And that's the thing, like, was that for Riko or was that for somebody else? Saying, like, I'll be waiting. That looks dangerous. Oh, that's fucking creepy. So it's kind of like the what's the word I'm thinking of? It's like the slums, where it's just like that's why everybody looks so rough. Oh wow, that's really freaking creepy. That's like the opposite of inviting. All right, so looks like it's happening. Oh, did he? Okay, I was like, did he leave his whistle? Like, I know she's on a mission, but it still feels that she's way too, like, gung ho about this. Hmm. I feel so bad for him. Like, oh, he's so cute too. He's like, please don't get snot on me. What's that thing that he's got there? Okay, that'll be. Just put that away for now. I, she's very optimistic. She must know deep down that there's a good chance that she won't be coming back, but she, I guess, maybe has to keep up like a positive front. She doesn't want them to worry about her. Oh, it's like pitch black. That's really freaking creepy. That would be a big no for me. No. All right. I do appreciate that we are like zipping, zipping through. They're already by beginning of episode 4, they're already in the abyss. Because, like they said, the first 2 layers they're used to, so that's not going to be too much of an issue for them. But it certainly didn't look that dark from when they usually do it, I guess, like over by the actual city. Maybe because this is in the slums, like it's not lit up very well. It just looks, yeah, really, really uninviting. But yeah, I'm really curious to see like the monsters, the creatures that were foreshadowed in her mom's notes, like if she's going to encounter them. There was like a big tortoise looking thing, and I can't remember what the other thing was. I mean, heck, like out in the surface, you have like those big dragons and stuff, so you can only imagine how dangerous the monsters are going to be as they go into the depths of it. It'll be interesting to see, like, I'm sure that they'll probably be doing cuts from these two to, like, what's going on in the surface world. Because eventually, the guy with the, like, silver hair and the woman who runs the orphanage are going to realize that Reg and Riko are gone. And they're probably going to know that the Nats and that other kid have an idea of what happened. And maybe, who knows, maybe they will, like, go and try, like, a rescue mission for them, or maybe it'll be like they said, well, that they chose to do that, we're not gonna, like, waste our resources to save them when it's basically, like, a suicide mission. So it probably will be, like, cut between, like, what's going on the surface and what's going on in the abyss, or who knows, maybe it literally will just be, like, just Riko and Reg for the rest of the series. Well, that certainly looks a lot nicer than where they started from. Now, she'd be extra screwed if she didn't have Reg with her. The fact she was willing to go down by herself, I guess it just shows just how determined she is. Also, it's like, how many supplies? Like, he doesn't need to eat or anything like that, so we don't have to worry about him, but, like, hopefully she's got enough food and resources and stuff. Damn. I was like, as long as you don't get sick or anything like this looks almost nicer than where they started from. Damn. The depths first layer. Okay, I like that they tell you where exactly they are. The edge of the abyss. That is very nice. Right? It was so dark. Man, she is very, very optimistic about it. This is the easiest part. Okay, so maybe that will happen. Maybe the adults will find out what she did. Huh? And they're gonna have to try. They're gonna try and find her. Like, damn! Like, I just set up a little house here. I'm like, this is nice. You got fresh resources. You just live off the land. Except for the eyeballs and the bones. I was like, it didn't look terrible. It looked like just a nice kind of brown soup. I wouldn't like the eyeballs just kind of floating around in there. I guess he does eat after all. I mean, that thing was brought up. Oh, uh-oh. He's gonna get it. Yep, there we go. Oh no! Uh-oh. Because that's gonna be a very important thing, the star compass. It was brought up a lot in the first couple of episodes. That's gonna be a very... And she's just gonna... Oh, okay, I was like, is she just gonna dive after it? She seems like the type to just be like, YOLO. Well, that feels like foreboding. An item or a life. Oh, raiders. I was saying, what, dwellers? Cave dwellers? Oh, yes, that's right. Oh, did he give him that? Like, oh shit. So it's like he probably knew what they were doing and he just shows like he approves of it. I mean, it was shown that like he was somewhat close to Riko's mother. And probably, uh-oh, what's this about? And probably like wants to take care of Riko and keep her safe. I'll depart at dawn to come capture you. Oh, okay, so that's basically being like, never mind everything I just said. So he's just like, nice try, I know what you're doing, I'm coming to get you. Well, I was just saying about how, like, I'm sure that he wants to make sure that he protects Riko in honor of his mother, or her mother. He didn't seem like he'd be cool enough to be like, yeah, I'll let this little girl just basically, like, go down to her death. But maybe deep down, he wants to see if she'll actually do it. Because I'm sure, like, he understands where she's coming from. Oh, is that from a monster? It's a monster. And this is only... Ooh, that is fucking creepy. Ooh, creepy, creepy. And this is only, what, level 2? And she would probably be fucked if she didn't have Reg with her. Like, she would have died before she got very far at all. Now, something happens to his arm, though. They're pretty fucked. They were relying on that a lot. I think she finally, like, she had her first brush with, like, oh shit. Like, I could die. And we've barely gone down at all. Oh, they're only on the first layer. Right. Okay, and there's how many layers? Six? 6 layers, at least? Oh, you getting some flashbacks maybe to what happened to him before he came to the surface. I'm sure he'll probably like start getting his memories back. Maybe he was like, I don't want to say evil, but maybe he wasn't like a quote unquote like a friendly robot and then he lost his memories and now he like doesn't remember that but he's going to get it back. Like maybe as he gets, because he is a relic, maybe as he gets closer down to the bottom, maybe he'll get more of his memories back or something. Well, they're rushing down probably a little faster than they wanted to. She's probably going to lose her stamina really quickly. You think that they would know all the raiders? Hey, that's the guy. He's the one who gave her the whistle. I knew he was gonna come back. Is he actually? What's his what's his gain? I know he's probably here to bring them back, but well, stop. He's gotta stop getting people to look at his junk. It's so weird. Reg, when you get a chance, run. Oh, okay. Oh, is he actually? Oh, okay. He's like, I am violated. I knew this guy was cool. Be great if he joined them, but that would basically mean he's going to die. Like, he's a nice character, which means he would definitely die. All right. He gon' die. He gon' die. They're gonna get in a situation where he's gonna probably be like, encounter a monster. He'll be like, you go, I'll fend them off, and then die. Oh. Man, the adults are surprisingly cool with this little girl going down basically to her death. Ooh, that sounds good. Mustard steamed buns? Oh, my stomach just gurgled. So I did say that about how it's like it sounds like kind of like people get the bends when they go diving. And he literally said it should like help with the symptoms of diving. Hmm, interesting. No elaboration, huh? Just distressing stuff. Aw. He's probably hugging them knowing like this might be the last time I see you guys. He's such a good dude. I'm kind of glad he's not going with them. He might just survive. And in this world, being a kid is pretty harsh. It is. It's just like a baby bird being kicked out of their nest, being like, "Okay, learn to fly." There's definitely it feels like there's no coddling in this world. Yeah, now it gets a little less nice looking. It's still pretty, but like I guess the mist just makes it look more foreboding. All right, they're on the second layer. They still have so much further to go. I mean, you still got a lot to do, Riko. It's funny because she's like, because after this, it's like a suicide mission, so nobody will come for us, and she's so happy about that. Exactly. She's so happy about the fact that they'll be all alone after that. All right. Well, interesting. So they're already going so fast through this. Like we're at episode 4 and they've already made it to the second layer. But I imagine it's probably going to take them quite a bit to go to each depth. They're going to encounter a lot more, what's the word I'm thinking of? More obstacles for sure. All right, so we are just moving right along, but I guess that is to be expected when there's only 13 episodes, at least in this season. So by episode 4, they have already traversed to the second layer, and this is when things are probably going to start getting complicated. The first part, it was almost like a little vacation. They caught some fish, made a fire, enjoyed some food, got to go swimming. It's all good, but like happy times are over now, I assume. And it was just, it was just like heartbreaking to see Nat's just having to deal with knowing that like his friends are leaving, especially Riko, and that he'll probably never see them again, but eventually coming around and knowing that Riko was going to do it no matter what, so at least he wanted to like send her off and say goodbye. And then we have like the adults surprisingly okay with it. I can't remember what the lead, I'll just call him leader, I don't know what his name is. Treating it as a test to see, if she's capable of doing this on her own. And then Habo, I believe was his name. Like, he's just awesome. And then he's giving his support. But then, of course, there's like, what was that about that white whistle? What was her name? Like the immovable or something? How he said, like, to be careful with her. And there might be some distressing things that Riko might find out about it. So it's just interesting that there is like a white whistle who still lives down in the depths, like not as far as Riko's mother. So maybe there is some hope that Riko's mother might be alive. Highly doubt it, but so I expect maybe in the next episode we'll meet this white whistle and find out exactly what Habo was implying with, like, you might learn some stuff that you may regret or you may not be able to handle. But it just blows my mind how everybody for the most part seems to be like totally cool with this 12-year-old girl just kind of going off and basically a suicide mission. And it just left off at the end of the episode like saying like, okay, it's gonna get real now. Like, they're past the point of no return. Like, nobody's coming for them at this point, so they are truly on their own, and it's essentially a suicide mission from here on out. And we saw a couple of creatures here and there, but none of the big guys yet. I'm assuming they're just gonna get more and more intimidating and dangerous. And I'm really excited to see things like that inverted forest. I think is going to look really cool. Like, visually is going to be like really interesting to see. And it really is, like I keep saying this, it is like a video game. It's just like an RPG level where it's just like the further down you go, you get the tougher bosses and it just becomes more difficult. And yeah, I don't know, like so far still really enjoying this. I love this whole world. Like, they do such a good job with the world building and setting it, and like in just a couple of episodes, like I have an idea of kind of like what this world is all about. And I'm worried because like you guys have said that it's gonna get really dark, and people have warned me. It's just like it might be even too much for you. And like I've seen my fair share of some like disturbing stuff, but like I said, I think when it's kids, it's violence or bad things happening to kids, it just kind of hits different. So I don't know, like it's just basically her and Reg. So like, are they both going to die? Is one of them going to die and one be left alone? It's just when you're focusing on so few characters, like you can't help but be like, what's going to happen to them when they're like basically the whole show is just revolving around these two. So that's what is going to be interesting to see. But yeah, really loving this series so far. Like, so soon in, I'm already hooked. So I hope you guys did enjoy my reaction and my discussion for episodes 3 and 4. And stay tuned next week for episodes 5 and 6. Until then, bye guys.